What's good, everybody? I hope y'all are doing well and staying safe. Go ahead and jump on in. I think I got everything set up here. Oh no, I don't have chat. Hello. There it is. Alright, so what we're working on right now is the gear room and buff creation room, and we're transferring everything that we did more or less in the library for how we create buffs and adjust stats and everything, and we're implementing that over into this room and having it work appropriately to what this room needs to and such. So I have been working on it a little bit. Currently, oh, I don't know, probably about halfway done. So where I left off so far is I was reworking the back button so that it has the correct variables in it, and I was figuring out which ones I didn't need and which ones I did need, because I'm also going to be reworking the buff system on how you actually, which has already been done in the library, but how you unlock obtaining more buffs and the buffs that you have available for your selection and stuff like that. So that's what we're currently working through. So I did do a little bit of that. I think that was, where was that? Where was that? It was this one here. Okay, there we go. So pretty much the change that we have altogether is you'll start out with 5 buffs that you'll be able to just select from any of the 5 stats that you want, and you will gain access to have more overall buffs that you can bring into the missions and stuff like that. So you won't have to worry about creating extra gear slots and everything like that in order to obtain all the stats. You'll be able to put them all into one piece of gear, and that's pretty much what we're working through there, to give you a idea on that, more or less. So right now we do need to take that, and then we can take these variables over here. We can get rid of all of these because they aren't going to be needed. The engine is having a stroke right now. It's not it's registering my clicks really late, so I gotta be a little more patient with it. Okay, so we can get rid of those, and what we're gonna need to do here is we can set this to 0, but what we're gonna want to do before we set those values to 0 is have all of these values move down here, and then we'll move global player level up here. And then we can set up each one accordingly to subtract the correct amount of points based off of their ratios and such, which we will be working on later. I'm going to be doing... I'm not fully done with reworking the damage and health values. I am probably going to do a massive rework to where the damage scaling goes up a lot higher, and player and enemy both have more health and such like that. So... and this will just make it as an easier to work with system overall. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and start by moving all these values down here, and then we're going to go from there. And also with the copying over from the library, we are of course making all separate independent objects so that there will be no confliction in code whatsoever. The library, all of its stuff is still down here in its own in its own independent land, and it has no actual... we're going to make sure by the end of it that there's no interference between the two in any of the code, so we don't have to worry about any possible errors that could occur from those two conflicting in code in any regard. Save that there. And we're going to need to work this down to here as well. So let's go ahead and work that down over here. And the reason why we want to do that is so that when we update the player level, it has already gone through all the calculations here. Alright, let's just make sure that is copied, and then we'll go ahead and just paste that in here. And then we can just do a relative at the same time, because we are going to want it to be relative to the value instead of setting the value. Okay. I mean, I guess I could set up an array here, but the reason why I don't, or set up anything like that just as a read-through, is because the room has no purpose for it, really. Like, the efficiency increase isn't going to do anything. I was trying to think of, like, is there ways that I can make this faster? It's like, yeah, there is, but is it necessary to make it faster? You already know this is going to be essentially human reaction time instant, or human eye instant, so it's not going to be too big of a deal. Make that relative as well. And just for testing purposes, we're not really going to worry about setting values just yet, only due to the fact that we don't have the ability, or we don't have the exact numbers that we're going to be looking for on how we're going to let the players scale and stats and such like that. Because I'm going to be doing more than just a rework on the enemy stats. I'm going to do a rework on how many soul points the player needs to achieve a particular stat and such like that. With the minor reworking that I've done so far, the player's starting health has gone from 45 to 1,000. Just to kind of give you an idea, more or less I'm trying to make the player feel the power creep a little bit earlier. I've also set the default attack speed down to 1 second instead of 2 seconds. So that'll be good. Later on we're going to be adjusting everything over from reading frames as well, and we're going to try to set up a way to make it so that we can have everything read off of time sources, more or less, and they'll be their own creation of time. And this way it'll be independent of the game's running, and a lot of actions will be independent of the player's FPS of their game. This way things will be more consistent based off, or more consistent as a player goes, like when it comes to a player per player experience on different like hardware and such like that. Okay, I want all these to go for false, all that's right. We'll just minus these as a baseline. All of that looks fine to me. This will be the same code as we just ran here, so let's go ahead and just do a copy. I don't think I need... If they're left-clicking it... If they're left-clicking it, they're doing that intentionally. But the reason why I have this if variable here upon the escape is just in case when the player has any of these tabs open, if they just want to hit escape, if it detects that these instances are present, or one of these instances are present, I have it attached to a parent, which essentially just takes every instance that I put within inside of, or every object that I put within inside of it, and it reads it as that. So if any of these are present, the escape button will work accordingly how it should when it comes to these options here, and only remove those, and then you can hit escape again to completely close out. But I almost feel like if the player is hitting the back button, they're making more than intention behind it, so that really doesn't need to be present, and it can just be set different, and it can just be done. So it doesn't need that overall. We can kind of just look at that. Oh, this is an escape, not left for release. Oh, Jesus, Baker. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why I cut it from here, to be completely fair with you. I should have just copied it, but... the computer didn't register that I was holding shift down. And both my keyboard and mouse are actually wired as well. It's just... it's doing things right now. Okay, let's see what happens here. Where's my back button? Okay, so when we hit escape here, boom, and then we get an error. Nice. What is that error for? Error on escape. Unable to convert. Okay, I got it. If... what was it? I can grab the same code that I used for the visual output. Just make my brain easier. That right there. And then we can come back over here to the back button. And then we'll just paste that in here for like that. Keyboard string equals great. Oh, no. It's not gonna work. That was gonna have to go down here, and then this can go into here, and then that'll only read for that, and then it'll update player level right there, regardless of what we need to do. I feel like that would be better in there than to be ran. And then this just secures setting everything to 0. And then we can drop this same code over here. Like that. And we can drop this out as well. Because player level will only be updated if keyboard string is greater than 0. What if... is that gonna work? Is that gonna work? Because I'm thinking to myself, if we are entering in values here and we have entered in all of our values and we have reset our keyboard string every time to 0, and we have reset everything to 0. When we come over here and hit the back button, keyboard string is going to be not greater than 0, which than is going to make it... The problem is if we try to pass through an array, it's still going to come up with the same error that we're getting right now, because I was thinking we could just pass through it on an array and then have the array read here on if any of these create variables were greater than 0. But the only way they get detected on that without erroring with the engine is if the keyboard string itself is greater than 0, due to when you have these options up here. So then we're going to need to come over here. Let me see when this error occurs. Does this error occur when I hit the back button, or if I do double escape as well? You know what? Let's make the error happen by taking out that code that we just put in. And this way we can get an idea of how it's occurring and all that. So pull that out, pull this here, take this out. And we don't need to put this into an empty script or anything like that, because it's such a easy one little thing there that redoing it isn't going to be a problem. If there was more work into doing it, I would actually create a empty script, and then I would stick all of that code within that script, so that if I needed to go back to it or anything to it, I would have more easier access to it. It's either that, or I would just save the independent version that I'm working on right now, and then save it as a different file name, and then come back over to my working file, and then keep working, so that if I made mistakes or anything, I could easily go, a little bit easier go back, but it would still be easier to just stick everything in a script, because you would have quicker access to pull from, and you just have it as a temporary script. But we're going to go ahead and force this error here and figure out exactly what we want to do to make sure that the error doesn't occur again with as little code as humanly possible. Because we have our effect, we have it at the speed we want, but we just need to fix the bugs that it has and keep it at the same speed. Okay, so that works fine. Okay, so clicking it and not double escape gives a problem. So also double escape should give the same problem then. We'll do that. Yeah, okay, and we're still getting the same thing. Could not convert float string. Okay. Let's see if I could just do something easy here. String to number. Oh no, I'd have to do it for every fucking variable. That just sounds like horrendous. Can you pass a string? Can you pass an array of a string of array, or an array of strings through and have it convert to a number? Can you do that? Let me see. I like when it doesn't do that. String to number. At that point, I mean, that does sound more logical just for typing's sake. I guess it really is the same at this rate. that if the string has any character other than numbers and a decimal point, it will not be converted, although if the string starts with a number, then those numbers will be converted and the rest of the string excluded. Okay. So that explains why it doesn't go past 2 decimals. Okay. Not... I can't pass an array through. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but I get it. 2 strings are read from the buffer and stored in a temporary local variable before one of them is converted into a real number and stored. Okay. Load buffer, read buffer, buffer. Oh, I guess to show you all kind of what I'm looking at here. Wait a moment. There you go. And essentially right now I am just looking through to see exactly what limitations I'm going to be able to do with this and everything. So the example I was reading over was here where they're taking 2 strings and then they're converting them over and then setting the variables to the player name and score. And the score so I'm just trying to think if this will be sensible to integrate correctly or to integrate into this in some sort of way. Pretty much based off of their example. Also looking at probably the non-visual script and see if they have... So here's visual. And we can come down over here to code. And we should be able to do references here. And data type and actions. And we may get a more detailed example and such. Maybe give me a better idea of what I'm gonna, if I can potentially work this in here. But I'm not 100% of the code on that. I can always come back over here. We'll drop this here real quick, and then we can just open up a simple assign variable and then do string underscore, and then we can kind of look through that. Because there should be a command. If there is a visual thing, there will be a command for it. And then I can look up that command and then see what more may be added. Because sometimes I've noticed that the visual commands will have less description than if you look up the code base. I'll be happy for the day that I don't have to look things up with the engine, but The only way to do that is by being okay with looking things up. String order. I'm actually kind of confused here. How there isn't a convert? What do you call it then? That's the question. What do they call it? 'Cause they call it here string to number, but apparently they don't call it exactly that here. Highly doubt hash the new line would be at. String starts with line order char. Oh man. Why? It's not going to be in buffers, is it? I only say that because they throw a buffer here and my brain's like, at this point, you just check. Just check. You don't be wrong. Just like assume. Just check. No. Ain't shit there. That's really interesting. Alright. I'm willing to do that. We can pervert it to us. Struts room. String method. Because this is for converting to. And yes, I'm at the point now where I'm just gonna click through every single one and see if, like, I'm just kind of skimming through to see if anything just remotely hints to what I'm looking for. But I'm gonna give this probably 5 minutes of doing this, and if I don't see something, I'm just going to start screwing around and causing a lot of errors, and we're going to figure out how it works. That will very quickly become the resolve, because that's generally where I end up going with it anyways. And then that kind of leads me into the research that I need to do to figure out the things that I need to do. Yeah, no. Here we go. Yeah, okay. I gotta sneeze all up. I don't know if I muted in time, but I definitely feel like I got some of that sneeze in there. Oh no. Okay, we're back. Anyways. Okay, so... There's something we can do with this reel. Oh, when using this function, while other characters, such as letters, will cause an error to be thrown. Okay, no, that's not gonna help me. No wonder why I sneeze. Oh, he's like, no, you don't need it. The real values. Position string. This will set new byte to the Roguelite size value. No, that's not what I mean. It's just length. There, maybe. Alright, let's just screw around and see at this point. Let's just do that. Let's screw around and see at this point. Let's cause errors. Let's do it. Let's cause some errors. Let's cause some errors. Shall we? Alright, so we're gonna go with my original intentions and we'll cause some errors there and we'll figure that out and where we can shorten and add and whatever else we may need to deal with. Alright. I mean, like, maybe something could work with that. Actually, maybe we could just work something with that. What are you gonna... What if I just threw that delete in there? What if I just threw it in there? I just threw it in there. Just threw it in. That's what left release. Alright. We know the error occurs no matter what on which one we do. We just need to know where the code is being placed and the action we need to do to make the code occur. So we do that, and then we click that, and then we still get an error. Okay, cool. Alright, so you don't want to delete that. So then we do the whole thing with the if greater than 0, and then we kind of just take a look at that and we'll see what we can kind of do. Draw. Just screw around, throw code in and see what works. If it looks too inefficient, then throw more code and throw different code in. That's usually how I just figure out things. I'll figure it out. I don't make it as efficient as I need to. Alright, so we hit him with that. And then we'll start entering values in, and we'll see. So that's fine. Okay, let's put it in the escape because it's going to be easier in my life. Take that out. That. Okay. Alright, let's cause some more errors, shall we? Let us cause some more errors. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and enter this. This will probably be an error. Here we go. Here's another error. Good. Pretty much we're going to cause a whole lot of errors. We're going to fix the errors because there's a whole bunch of code in here that's also being to interact with this that I haven't changed yet. We're going to find out where that code exists, fix that code. Once we fix all the code there, eliminate all the errors that we can eliminate, we'll go back through the code and we'll take out any redundancies or unnecessary lines that have any association to do with the other room. And we'll be left with a good product by the end of it. At least that's mechanically working the way I intend. So right now, variable name active buffs not set, and it's in. Okay, so we come on over here. That will be enter into here. And you may wonder why I don't just hit the little plus here. It's just because when I need it for other places and copy and pasting, it makes it easier to have an independent variable there. I haven't really noticed a decrease or increase in performance doing it, so I do it depending on the situation and how I need to copy and paste things and bring things around and all of that. So we don't need global damage, because we're going to be just creating here. So this one can go here. We want to put this in the create, that's good. We have this to add to global player level, adds to level. We don't want to do that, we want to do minus. Minus is from player level. Just as a template look. This gets set to this value here. Then keyboard string is equal to is deleted. This is set to false. And then this runs. Where was that sending to? Object player level library, which was running. Okay, we don't need that. That is the automatic detection system for, what's it called? For the leveling and how many buff slots you'll need. So that's not required. Now we set damage over here. Set that up like that. Take this out from clickables. And the layer we want is buff create. Yeah, no, there we go. That'll lower my music a little bit. My apologies on that. I actually had it set from when I was doing, or for the AFK streams. So we'll set this over to buff create so we don't shoot an error on the layer. And then we destroy this instance here, and then we also will be destroying that, which we want to come over here and grab that here, and then send that over to that layer. And then we'll kind of see what happens when we hit the back button. If it shoots any errors, and then we got to... I also will want to do this. We'll come over here, and so that we have... Where is home interactables? Let's do... Where could we put it reasonably? Parent buff create, I guess. And we'll do a draw GUI. And then draw value. That. Call this damage. And just so we don't shoot an error. So we don't shoot an arrow, let's just copy and paste that. Make life easier. Shoot that right there. And come over to gear. And we'll slap this over here. And we'll 1829 573. So we'll say 1829 573. Alright, we'll shoot those numbers up there into a display. And then we can make sure that they reset appropriately after we set the variable, even though we will have a keyboard string of 0. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're still getting an error. Alright, next error. Let's deal with that. Variable name, it is active buffs again. Okay, so we did not clear up the original variable, the original issue. What is active buffs that we're having an issue with? Percentage jobs, active buffs, active buffs. There we go, this one. Boom. Okay. Buff count, okay, good. Alright. Alright, let's shoot this through. That should fix the error. That's my bad there for not removing that original actual error. I instead just went around all the other bits of the code, and then I clicked on the wrong room. And yeah, I just clicked on everything else but what I needed to do there. There you go. Okay, so obviously we need to reset that down, but we got that to look like that. Where is our draw GUI that we just made? I would so love to see the button. Here we go. Damage 0. There did reset it. And it gave me my soul points back. It worked. It worked. It worked. This is the only thing we need to fix here. And this only runs if higher than 0, so this obviously worked on that. We just need to set this up a little different. Okay, so this comes in. Okay. Alright, we're doing. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. What's up, Marine? How you doing? Let's go ahead and fix these font sizes and the resets. Only because my OCD is going to bother me otherwise. I saw it. It has to be fixed now, though. It's not going to take long to fix, so it might as well just fix it as soon as possible. We'll copy over this font 14, and then this way we can just open up our draws and edit the font like that, and it's going to save us some time. You said it right? Oh, did I actually? Well, that's good. That's good. That means the conversation that we had originally, there was some holding of knowledge there for me, which is good. which is good. I can't guarantee I'll say it correctly every time, but I'm happy I said it correctly this time. I hope you're doing well, though. I hope you're doing well. We are reworking the whole buff creation system so that it's no longer going to be percentage based for your options of what stats you want to choose to create your buffs, and instead you'll be able to enter in the exact amount of player levels that you want to use in order to have the stats. So you don't have to toy around with clicking all over the place to create the percentages you want or the values that you want and all of that. Less of a headache on the player. And as somebody who has already hundreds of hours in the game, I can tell you it'll be a welcome thing. Oh. Oh, congratulations. You got anything planned for your birthday? Yeah, doing well. Doing well. We've recovered a good bit from the last coding stream I've done, and I'm gonna push myself harder than last time to be more frequent with them, even though they can be exhausting for me. Okay, so that's so far, that looks like it's all working there. Okay, so this is only displaying, so when we click that, we know we can see the damage here now. So when I hit back and we re-interact, it does set it to 0. It does. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to come over back to this back button. And we can run a simple if check, but I don't really think it's going to be necessary to run the if check. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember those when I was younger. I remember those when I was younger. Cool. Well, are you doing it for any, like, religious purposes or ceremonial purposes or anything like that? Or just because you like the look of the design you're going with? No, let's just slap a delete in here and see if that doesn't matter, you know? And what we're gonna do, since we have a parent for the reset button, we'll set the parent as the delete, and any instance that exists of it then, that'll be reset. And then that should fix the reset button not disappearing when we hit the back button. Also for your birthday too? Oh, awesome to hear. I'm happy that the things were able to line up like that then. That's cool. That didn't work. Oh, I hit left. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. I did that wrong. Okay, hit the... I hit the escape button? Okay, I hit the escape button. I don't click it. I clicked it. Let me hit the escape button. before I add it all into the left click there and everything, let's get all of it figured out what we want to do. That's simple. 100, and then we go back, and then we come in, and it's still there because I... Why don't you delete? Isn't this the right thing? Am I in the right room? I'm in the right room. Did I add you guys? Are you a parent, or are you a bad parent without any children? No, you have children. Okay, so why don't you just take care of your children? Huh? Why don't they recognize you as the parent? What is going on here? Can we talk about this? Alright, let's figure this out real quick. I guess, to be fair, the only time it is going to run to is it's going to be if the value is greater than 0, I guess. And get the coding version of Super Nanny? Pretty much. Pretty much. And then we have that set to the parents there to delete any of those. How did I delete the other ones in the other code? Let's go back to the library and take a look at that real quick here. Where was the interactables? And I believe this would have been the same logic that we used as in the enemy, these things right here. Let's see. This deactivates this, and this checks if that exists and then sends a delete over to them. Do I need to do that then, huh? Really? Why would I need... I mean, okay, whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna... This runs to those. Those are fine. Those don't count. Like every 3 seconds? That sucks. Hopefully that improves for you. And... But if it doesn't improve, you know... Thank you for stopping by regardless. Thank you for stopping by regardless. I won't say keep sitting there and suffering trying to watch. Okay, so we run into here like that. We bring this down like that. We copy this over like this. Computer has a stroke, thank you. Okay, we destroy that one, we run this to that, and we run this to that. And this thing spawns the correct thing, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then this is located within that parent. Uh-huh. Hold up, that's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, right here. That should be fine. I don't know why it wants to be a pain to me. Excuse me. I sincerely don't understand why you want to be a pain to me. I'm gonna figure it out though. Give me a moment. Okay, maybe let's see here. Deactivate layer, and then we want deactivate layer to be at the very end of the code. And maybe that'll work. Let's see what that does. Store you here. I'll find where you want to read, and I will. You will do it. You will do it. So I need you to right now. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Got it. Done. Figured out. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Now, what was the problem? Was the problem this? Or was the problem a combination of both? I would like to know, you know, pretty much exactly what the problem is going to be. And this allows me, you know, in later code to not have to deal with it because I already know to do something at a particular point. So we're going to test that out. It is a combination of both, actually. I kind of thought it might have been. Interesting. So for some reason, having this at the end of this code here caused it not to run, so running it outside of that to run independently every time and check to see if it's true makes it work, and then only if I have the deactivate layer at the very, very end so that I can register it being there. Okay. Cool. Cool. You know, as long as you work, I am content. So I'm not here to question. I'm just glad you're working. Okay. Look, see, now you're set up all appropriate on how you want to, how you want me to word it to you. So I'm very happy that you understand what I want to have done now. And I am glad that we are able to move past this, this endeavor that we took together and make some progress. Lordy. That's a new game. That is not where you want to go. We're definitely not doing that right now. Okay, we haven't changed that yet. Okay, there's a lot down. Now there's an error. And there's our error. Okay, so we haven't touched that yet. At all. Understood. Now I know where I'm at with that. Alright, so let's just come back over here. And just take a look. This was all good and everything. It was amazing. Which was amazing. That it was amazing. It was really amazing. And the reset worked and all of that. That was amazing. Is there any redundancies here? Any unnecessary lines of code? Yeah, you. Yeah, you're good. You're good. And this probably doesn't need to... I said probably, okay? Listen, I wanted to see where it was being sent first. But yeah, that is the automatic detection code, which does not matter. There's a not responding. Okay. And that's greater than 0, so that's good there. Okay, and then that fills essentially the code into its basis of what it needs to be, so that's completely fine. And this looked all completely fine and everything. Let's kind of Alright, so the next thing I want to do is we'll try and make a piece of gear with damage on it and see what happens. And then after we see that that works well, we'll start incorporating the detection for for soul points and all of that, so that you can't spend more than the soul points you have. That was interesting. Because we screwed up there. That needs to be added. I don't know what we're gonna look like right now. I think we're still gonna be at negative 199. You know, I probably should just like adjust the file. Oh no, we're at 1 again. Good, good. See, look, things saved. Good. My other code saved me. Alright, there we go. Okay. Things are working. They're working. Oh, they're so working. Good. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. And then let's hit the create button. Do we get an error? No, we don't even go anywhere. We don't even go anywhere. Alright, let's figure out why the create button doesn't want to go anywhere. What variable are we going to use now? We can say if the reset button exists, because the only way a reset button can exist is if you have a value entered in. So if reset button exists, then it'll run the create code. We'll just do that. Because before, how I used to have this set up is when you would have your different, you know, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, all of that for your buffs. I would have different spends on them. Essentially, I think I still actually have the variables, if you give me a moment here. There you go. These values right here, and then they added up into level spent. So when level spent was higher than 0, which the only way it could be is if you spent if you increase the value of any of these by actually spending points, then it would allow you to create gear. But because we don't have this system, and we're going to be taking that out and forming a whole new system on how the player is able to select and all of that type of stuff for their buffs, we're going to need to change it over to a different variable that also has the same end type of check factor. So we'll go ahead and do a really quick lack. Okay, and then that should work, and we can get rid of some of these layers here, because these are older layers from the old reworked system, or the old system. And then we keep that up like that, that go into that, okay. And that should look better now. Hello? This is the same crate there, right? I'm not like pulling a different thing there. Just create. Yeah, object create. Okay. What's up, Kamal? How you doing? And that's object create and buff make. Okay, that works. Okay. Okay. So that is definitely the yaw. Oh, you get as good as me? You use some cheats to AFK farm? I have over 10,000 hours in the game. I played the game for a living. I am the bot. I am the cheats, man. I wanted to be a QA lead for the game, and I broke the game to try and get a QA lead from DE. And I did that to the extent that they actually thought I was a bot. You want to get as good as me? Play for a very long time. I had about 7 years of playing the game. That doesn't seem healthy. I mean, when you're trying to get a job, sometimes you gotta do something like that, you know what I mean? I just didn't expect them to hate what I was doing that. Oh shit. Oh, that's greater than true. The greater than true? What the fuck is greater than true? What is greater than true, Baker? And like true? Like we talking real true? Like we keeping it 100 of them? What the fuck? Oh god. Oh, watch. Oh my god, my fucking brain sometimes. Do you still play it? No, I haven't played it in about 5 months or so. Since I started working on my own game, I stopped playing it. After getting called a bot and them not going back on what they said, after proving that I wasn't a bot and I just play the game, I decided to not sit there and have to worry about someone possibly banning me. And I'll just go take my hours and stuff like that, and I'll just go slowly work on my own game. My girlfriend's doing the art. I'm getting re-involved with coding after a 15-year break. So. Okay, so that seems to work so far. Let's go ahead and pop you guys out, because I know you work 100%. Boom. Alright, we're making buffs again. Alright, we have our baseline concept. We're making buffs again. Good shit. Good shit. Very, very good. Very good. We create, we come over here, we can pop in our name if we want, and then there it is. Awesome. You can convert the hours you spent in a game into $1 each, you'd be rich. Not rich, but I would at least be comfy for, like, a little bit of time. That's what I would say. I'd be able to at least get my girl and I new computers that we need so desperately to speed up our development time. Alright, so that's working in concept. That's awesome. We just need to kind of go around and work around everything else. So now that we have that working in a baseline logic sense, let's go ahead and change all of our fonts around that we need to and all of that, just so that we can read better when it comes to our testing now. This is font, we'll just say like, what is this, attack speed? We'll say font 14 for it. I feel like that's just gonna, we're gonna want all these at 10. These are the upgrades. And this way it allows the input of more values in the long haul. And then later on, if I so want to, I can make different variables based off of what level or how many digits there are within the player's input, which will then decrease text size based off of input, but that'll be a thing that can come later on. So yeah. because I want to take a little bit more time to really sit there and figure that out and have it efficient, because I know how to do it in a not really inefficient way, but in a sloppy looking way, and I would like to have the code just look a little cleaner if I can, while also not affecting things. So it's not a big deal right now where it's at for me, where I'm doing everything for placeholders, because I don't even have any assets from Danny right now to put into this room, so none of that really matters. All that matters for me right now is just being able to read appropriately. In Blender? No, she's using Adobe Illustrator. Those actually little shops that you see are baseline or placeholding assets. They're free assets from Gamemaker Studio from one of their tutorials. So I just use it as a base asset to help better with interactions and stuff like that, so that I know whenever I go to put in her assets, the interactions and all that will smoothly transfer over. Pretty much the entire potion room inside of it is all placeholder. Not pretty much, it is all placeholding assets for the most part, besides the player, and that's it. We're gonna have like parchment and everything for the actual background instead of those black bars and stuff like that, so we'll have more of a medieval look-ish to it once we're done with all of that. How you doing, Sci-Fi? It was good to see you, homie. How's Florida Jesus doing tonight? Doing well, doing well. Just getting the old coding done right now. I actually don't need to test this right now. What I need to do is come over to my reset and then and then change all the font sizes there to make my testing easier going forward. I guess we'll just do all 10s on it as well, and I can just adjust at another point in time when I want to get really nitpicky and have it to the appropriate sizes for legibility overall. But yeah, making it so that there's no longer percentage-based selection for the player on making their buffs, and like we have it in the library, you can enter in your own exact values you want, you'll be able to do that. We have the baseline logic figured out in one of our objects for damage, and now we just need to transfer that same type of code to everything else, and then we'll have that all done in a baseline. Or all that done besides just asset placing. Did I set all these to 14? If I set them to 14, I'm just gonna leave them at 14. I'm not gonna be too picky about that. As long as they're not the other size, it looks like they're all 14. Let me come down here at this rate and see if that's 14. Okay, we're fine on that. After editing, very nice, very nice. Glad you're getting close to done with the Limbo, or with the Limb Bible. I can't wait to see it. Alright, so... okay, so that's the other thing we need to do now. So, why is that so big? Oh, because we need to edit the code now. It's still pulling up the library. Alright, let's go ahead and save this really quick here. We have a lot of tabs open, so let's kind of clean up our workspace. We don't need the parent spawn right now. We don't need all of these. We're going to clear all of this up so that we can hopefully have this engine run a little bit smoother. Good luck with scripting. Thank you, Marine. And I hope you have a good birthday, and I hope your temporary tattoo holds out until your cousin's wedding. I think it was a wedding you said on there? Was it a wedding? It was something like your cousin. Yeah, cousin's wedding. Give this a moment, everybody. It's doing things. This is what I mean when Baker says he needs a new computer. If you're really wondering what it looks like this. This is what Baker needing a new computer looks like. I am waiting for this thing to delete the parent spawn. It will delete it. It will. You just watch. Just watch. Give it a moment. It'll do it. You'd probably be really scared as a normal person right now and be like, oh my god, it's gonna crash. But you see, after you have spent hundreds of hours on this engine, you just learn to trust it and let it do what it needs to do, and eventually it'll catch up. Eventually it'll catch up. But for right now, what you guys are going to see is this, because now you won't know that it's not responding, so everything will be okay, you know? Oh, bad computer problems, bad computer. You know, I probably should just like go on break and then just clean up all these tabs while I'm on break. You know what? I think it's probably the most logical thing I could do right now is just clean up the tabs while I'm on break. Just keep hitting the X. Just keep doing it. It'll eventually be done by the time I'm finished. Oh fuck. Well, at least you know it's not responding by the this right here. You know, you got the little throbber going. That's okay. Yeah, I just if you didn't know, that's what a loading buffer is called for some horrible reason. It's called a throbber. A little circle buff that happens. Yeah, that little loading screen on anything you see. Yeah, that's what that's called. You can live with that information. I had to. Or I have to. Oh man, we are so getting there. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. I did save it before I did this. Just, if anyone's wondering, I actually did save it. So just in case it does crash, we are okay on that end. If you're wondering what does the parent spawn code looks like, well, it's really like, you know, sometimes there's a lot of lines of code that exist, okay? Alright, and even though it may look really efficient, when you actually see what it looked like, or looks like, you would understand why a shitty computer is having this issue. You know? But we're getting there. It's okay. We're just gonna sit through it together. And we're there. See, we're back. See? Look, it's gone. You see what I'm talking about? You see, a normal person would get scared. And, you know, a normal person would be like, well, why does this... What just happened, Baker? Why is your mouse cursor the representation of if you were to resize and it won't change off from that? Well, listen, okay? Sometimes the engine, when it does that, the whole buffering thing, it kind of has a spasm, okay? And when it does... sometimes it changes the mouse cursor to something different. And you know, you get used to it, okay? And this is bad computer problems. So, you know, Baker, why don't you switch over to Unity? You don't want to see what Unity looks like on this computer. And you sure as hell don't want to see what Unreal looks like, because it doesn't last for more than 10 minutes anyways without crashing. You know, and you're going to say, what about Godot? You know, Godot actually isn't bad, but Godot doesn't support visual scripting anymore. They stopped doing that as of sometime last year. I don't know why. So I don't do that, you know. I would actually really kind of like to use Godot. Godot's nice. I like that it's open source and I can have full backend access. You know, whenever I want to make my own version of visual scripting, I'll probably just use Godot as a backend and have all of that pre-set up so that I can just make a visual coding off of Godot's coding and just make my own version of what they have. But I'd be perfectly fine with doing that. But I mean, that's something that's going to take a very, very long time to do. So I'm not doing that. I really enjoy Gamemaker's visual coding. I actually really enjoy it. It's very simplistic and easy to read. and because I want to do tutorial guides and everything, it's extremely beginner friendly. And even though it isn't as powerful as an engine as, like, say, like Unity, and that's mainly because of things that a beginner coder really honestly isn't going to be interacting with at all, it makes for good choices to make walkthrough guides and stuff like that. And once I get into 3D games, if I find that I'm like really suffering limitations, because I have read things stating that Gamemaker really does suffer on 3D. And if I meet the limitations that really hinder my creative freedom, then I'll be switching over to, like, probably Godot, just to I'll deal with writing. Or I may go to Unity, I don't know. There we go, we're getting there. Oh, we are so getting there. Hell yeah, we are so getting there. Oh, look at that. Look at that cleaned up workspace. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Let's go ahead and get our gear room up, because that's the room we're working on, so that we can freely go back to it. And now we got a nice empty workspace. And no, Unity was annoying to use when you tried it. If you don't exactly know what you're doing with, like, C# and C++, Unity is going to feel very unnecessary for the amount of code you need to write in order to create an action. That's what I can say. And then on top of it, if you don't know how to properly do, like, GPU and CPU control and stuff like that within the engine, you're going to have issues with temperatures. And it's one of the biggest problems when it comes to, especially if you want to make something, you know, like a fairly expansive game and such like that, or, you know, a game that has some depth to it, or mob density and everything, is, regardless of the graphics, if you don't really pay attention to what you're doing, you can really end up frying some PCs. You really can. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's right. We need to go through and change the code and attack speed and all that. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And open up all these. There we go. Pop that up like that. Okay. Do we... Okay, no, I did edit a lot of these things. Okay. Alright, so let's follow the errors at this point. Let's follow the errors one thing at a time, so I can see where I've actually left off. We'll open up a new workspace after this, but I think I'm going to be in the upgrade section, and changing all the code around in upgrades. Okay, what? Yeah, that's exactly where we're going to be at. Okay, alright, let's open up a new workspace here. And then we'll close down these buff names. You see how much quicker that was to close those? When you don't have a lot of tabs open, it's not bad, but I had pretty much everything in its mother open, to be completely honest. Like, I had the entire library, or not library, but buff creation room open, and a couple of those things. Alright, so this one was finished as it was. We'll have this here as our placeholder, so that if we kind of get ourselves confused in any sort of regard, we'll be able to have a reference point to figure out what we want to do. So yeah, here is my question. So if that... Hold on, why did that spawn such a big thing then? What is that code that was running then? There are some issues here. That shouldn't have spawned such a big one. Library. Right there. Okay, so we do need to go through all of this code, and we need to make sure that this isn't a object levels library, but object levels potion. And then that'll give us our correct size and fix that, oh, what's it called? And fix that issue we were having with that huge window. And we're going to just look over the code like this every time and just make sure that everything is set to potion and not library. Because we might as well just double check over all of it if we found a issue there, because that means we may have missed something else. So, better to just give it a quick check over. If we're already looking things over. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, I did just miss this then. It's been... okay. Yeah, we can just do that. Okay, so that was just one thing that I did miss. Okay. Which would fall into the same lines as this one, which should be fixed. Yeah, and then that one is fixed. Okay. Yeah, this will be easy though. Quick changes on this. Quick changes. This won't be anything. A deer froze for me? Everything is freezing. Sounds good, Sci-Fi. I hope your final bits of work for the day go well, and I hope you have a nice fast day at work tomorrow. You take care of that, homie. Always good talking to you. I had to sneeze again. I had to sneeze again, oh my god. Sneezes are hitting me hard though tonight. Boy, are they hitting hard. This one I did. This one I did. Okay. Looks like some of them I forgot. This one I did. Yeah, see, I thought I did it. I just missed a few of them, apparently. Let's just double check to make sure I didn't miss any more. Actually, I guess the easiest way to do it at this point, let's just click every single one in the actual room. And if we see any of them big then we know to go to that direct stat and adjust. That'll make it a lot easier. Okay, so we need to do that. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that next as well. Okay, looks like everything, they're all, yeah, these are all good here. And now we need to come, regardless, we do need to be in this code. And we need to call for a delete. It should have worked with this. Parent potion. And did I... all the upgrades are in there. Oh, these aren't upgrades we're going for. You have something else to delete though? Am I deleting the wrong thing when I delete that? I think I'm deleting the wrong thing when I delete that. I think what I want to be deleting be something like this. And then we do a delete self. Delete both of them, but why didn't I need to do that in the other room? let's look. Let's just look. Stat name, and then we'll just look in damage library. And then what are we deleting here? Object stat parent. Yeah. What is stat parent then? Who are your kids? There it is. See? There it is. It is included within the parents. Okay, I threw it all into one. I didn't know if I had done that 100% or not, and I wanted to confirm it before. And I guess the easiest way to do it would be to click on this and then look to see whose parent it was, and I don't know why I didn't do that before. I wasted a lot of time kind of looking around for it, but regardless, we found it. And not damage library, we don't want to touch that. Let me close this. And let me close this. Okay, let me come up to this. Not that. What did I edit? I edited this. Boom, like that. Okay. Let's see what that does. Now that should adjust the issue we had with those soul levels still, the soul point requirement showing up, or input, I should say. That should fix that. Boom. Okay, good. Escape not working. Why isn't escape working? Ooh, buddy, what just happened to you? I just broke you. Stat parent equals false. Okay. Did you... What was existing? It all deleted itself. Bruh. What are you talking about? Who didn't get rid of itself? Let's discover who didn't want to get rid of itself. Huh? What happens when I hit escape? That isn't... Ah, there you go. There we go. There we go, and there's an error even. Okay, alright. Okay, so we need to go through and edit some more code in here? Question mark? Okay, it would be the code that we need to edit in here that we haven't edited yet. This is going to be my guessing. Okay, cool. Okay, code that has not been edited yet and adjusted is the issue we're having, which is fine with me. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get myself ready for a break here. When we come back, we're going to tear through this some more and get this whole upgrade system adjusted for all of its variables and all of that. And since we have a nice baseline working idea of everything, we're just going to mass edit all of this stuff here. We'll edit all of this, and then afterwards we'll edit all of this, and then we'll do a nice big test on it, and we'll just try to force every error on its and its mother to appear for us, and then work through all those errors and get them all fixed so that they don't occur. In the meantime, I should be permitted to do something here. I can make a piece of gear, and then I can just adjust stats and okay. Oh my god, you're gonna error me on that one. Oh, with the global buff thing. Oh, Jesus. Alright, where are we at here? Maybe I was smart and I saved the old file. Did you do it, Baker? Hell no, you didn't. Hell to the no, you didn't. Get some drool going here. Alright, so we'll make a simple piece of gear. Let me edit some values, and then I'm going to go on break, and when we come back, we will continue on with the coding. Alright, that's created. Let me just adjust things real quick here. We'll do 36 on that. I'll do 50 on that. Attack speed. I'll set that to that. I'm not going to set up any dodge. I'll add in, I guess, 5,000 extra health. Get myself 6,000. Actually, yeah, we can do 6,000. 6,000 HP per kill, 6,000 regen. We'll see what this looks like. Range, we'll say 3,200. And hopefully this doesn't cause an error. Alright, let's see if this shoots an error. Good. It didn't shoot any errors. Boom. Cool. Alright, just turn that on. Alright, and I'm gonna pop over and do this. Oh, I like that. There we go. Alright, where is... I see the count up timer. Where is my other timer? I thought I had a return from, give me a moment here to make this text source. I thought I had a return from AFK. It's 100% I had one, but apparently it does not exist. I'll set the standard 35. Text before returning from break. Like that, and we update. That. 45, a little bit smaller, 43. Well, okay. Be sure to give the stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and definitely be sure to stay around and stick around for the ads, as it does help support the stream stay ad-free. And when we come back, we'll continue working on coding and all of that, but I do want to thank you for those of you that do stay around and have stayed around, and we'll see you all when I come back from the break. Alright, everybody, I am back a little bit early. I got some meds in me. A little bit of exercising. Sitting good. Oh, shit. Let me turn off ads. Up here. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, that's working on dodge right now. Enter. Let's have this on. This one can go. And this can go. This can go. We need to take this to dodge potion. I don't know why I didn't just copy. And this is levels. Okay, this will be this one. Couldn't I just tell you instead to delete stat parent? And then you'll just delete anything there? I mean, if we're gonna send, might as well just send to the whole thing since it's there. Screw it. Okay. It's not gonna make a difference, but you know, I mean, we can see an easy way to make it more efficient, it's better. How's it going, Marine? You staying up till midnight, I take it, so that you can see your birthday? Okay, so that looks good there. This we didn't... Let's switch that to this too. Okay, delete that. Let's do that up here too. There's literally no purpose. We just, we have everything all in one there. Yep, very nice, very nice. Okay, let's see how that works. Let's just double check it. We already know our upgrade worked before and we had it working good, so let's just test with that one. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Very, very good. Okay. Okay, let's look at dodge real quick. We'll just take these one at a time. As we adjust it over, we'll look at it. We'll deal with errors as they occur. I decided to take it a little slower. I could just do sweeping changes, but generally I have found that it's just, as nice as it is to do and look at the final end product, it's always better just to test as you go. It's always better to just test as you go. Okay, so what is this? for object stat list. Unable to convert full. Like I said, I generally find it's better to test as you go. That's fine. It was wonderful. That's okay. That's fine. It's absolutely just fine. Absolutely just fine. No, where were you yelling at me? In draw event? So in here? I'm gonna have to add this everywhere. Just everywhere. Okay. Fine. Ooh. Not excited. I don't know. Okay, let's see what you like here. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't. Did I do? Yeah, greater than 0. Okay. If it fixes it, it fixes it. I'm just getting tired of using that line of code. Tired of using the command. Well, keep using it, I guess. What just happened? We still get the error. Did not make a difference. Okay, so then because this was at 0, it wasn't drawing this. So we have to get rid of that line. Okay. We'll just slap you up here. And then we'll come down to you here, and you should be empty, and get rid of you. And now we should be back to working the way it was intended to. That's impressive. Why wouldn't you go above? Okay, so you're else there. And then here, like that. So above them, and then oh, yeah, move with the text alignment. This thing just got all screwed up when I deleted that. This thing got all screwed up. I just gotta I sit here and tolerate it and just get it done. Where is everything here, actually? Can we start with that? Where is... There's that. This needs to... Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at you. You need to be up here. And then you need to be here. Not so much worried about the order. I'm just worried about it working appropriately. Okay, Jesus. Let's fight about it. Okay, there. Oh man. Okay, let's cause some errors. Alright, so maybe look at this. I was on the escape. So escape dodge. And then it worked fine with the other thing, right? Let me just try that with damage here real quick. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So what are you doing? Create? Create. Yeah. These are all the create values. And if all the create values are set to 0 when you do that. I don't like that. I think I found it. This shouldn't matter. It's better to know that so I don't move everything else around. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, good. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we come over here. Take that out. And it should work now. There we go. super good. It could be good again. Yeah. I don't quite know what that was. I'm just gonna... I'll keep it noted. That's about the best I can do. Okay, let's double check. Buff create buff. I like it. Okay. This is enter. Did I change the copy pasta? I thought I did. That would make sense. Have it create it and destroy it all in the same time. That is absolutely brilliant. That'll work great. Alright, so that looks good there. That's all fine there. I guess I did set things over here. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, because this will be where I adjust this, which we'll deal with all that later, actually. We'll deal with numbers later. We'll deal with those numbers later. Okay, so that looks good there. We have that done there. Let's go ahead and check over this. Add not that. 0. Do that. Or destroy instance. Correct. I just want to double check it looked the same. What was that? Attack speed? Yeah. Good. Okay. Next one. I don't know why I keep opening up draw. Why does this say all? Excuse me. Huh? Oh, okay. I never. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good then. Okay, I know what I did there. All right. I just remade it a bunch of times. This one should probably say the same thing. Oh no, it does not. Oh my! What in the actual tarnation just happened over here? And why is this like this but nowhere else? Oh, there's some... Oh god, my OCD. My OCD says it's wrong somewhere else now. It's gotta be. There's no chance. Did I just make the mistake there and only there? It looks like I just made the mistake there and only there. Oh no, I didn't. There it is. Ah, oh, son of a... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, good. We got that fixed. Didn't even know, but we had a problem there, which means, I mean, I'll be going back there to check over code again anyways, but now I know to definitely do a heavy check over on code. No, wrong. I think it was smart. It was. That's why I didn't copy paste it. Yeah, I might as well just hold it. I can just drag that. Okay, it looks like the upgrade finished for crit chance. Let's go ahead and head over to the reset. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Who have that? You? I'll get rid of that. I'm gonna forget about that otherwise. This is always the most boring stuff. It's just the monotony. Once you've gotten it all figured out, and you just know you gotta replace things and all of that, this is where it starts becoming, it's just mind-numbing. It's so mind-numbing, and it makes it so much easier to make a mistake because it gets so mind-numbing. You're not actually like, oh, look at that. You're not fully there. I'm gonna tap out and go hang out with family. Sounds good. Enjoy your time with your family. It's extremely important. Extremely important. If you have those that care about you and you care about them, spend as much time with them as you can. And thank you for stopping by. And hopefully we'll have a good rest of the stream. Hopefully we will. I have faith. Reset. Okay, that's ability done now. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. Reset's kind of sized weird, but I'm honestly just gonna ignore it. I just want to get this logic placed in, have it working in that sense, and then I can just work through all that other nitpicky stuff. Can't say though, we probably are gonna take a break early. I am figuring out I get one good almost 2-hour session of coding done, and then after that it's kind of devolving down to an hour and then a break. It's just a lot of thinking overall. I hate to use the excuse of my brain damage because I like to be better than it, but it's definitely my big limiting factor when it's come to my current mode of coding. So, especially with holding efficiency. Rather bothersome, but nothing you can really do. nothing you can really do about it. And just make the best of it every day. There's just like nothing I can really do about it to improve it outside of just continuously working on myself. The more I do it, the easier it'll get in time. Just gotta go through the stages of making it easy for me, or easier. Eventually I'll be back closer to where I used to be when it came to even just streaming in general with games and all that. Just more consistently at 2 hours and then a break. Because my hand, like with visual scripting, my hands are so much better. My hands are never the reason why I need to take a break. Which is honestly, like, it's one of the most phenomenal things. That's why I do hope Godot eventually has visual scripting and or Gamemaker Studio that gets better with their 3D engine. With the 3D aspect of their engine, I should say. I would say I would actually more hope for the second one. I really enjoy this engine. This is crit damage reset. Oops. Glad I didn't remove any other lines of code. That one is done already. Let's see. Oh boy, that's working well. Yeah, I know I probably should have remembered by now with this buff create, but I'd rather just play it safe. Create range. Very interesting. So we had a few things we had to fix over here. Let's go ahead and fix those really quick. Since we're coming across, does this crit damage? This one? So let's come over to this. Let's adjust the crit damage here. And then we needed to do ability speed as well. Was it enter? No, it was escape. Create range. Should be create crit damage. Create crit damage. Everything else looks good. Okay, just that one bit there. And then ability speed was the next one. I think it was the escape. Correct. Okay. fix those two little unrealized errors. Okay. Give that a parent to that, and then have that delete do that. So we don't have to worry about that. That's all the everything good there. This does good here. Correct. And crit damage over here. Okay. Let's look at crit damage. And we're slowly getting these all reworked over to the potion store now. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself going for a break here. When we return, I'm going to continue moving down this list here. So we got from movement speed to, I think we did dodge already. I'm almost 100%. We finished dodge already. When we come back, we'll work on the rest of those. And in the meantime, I'll leave y'all up with the first mission scaling as a little demo test there. But definitely be sure to give the stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. And your lurks are much appreciated, as it does aid or it does help in keeping these streams while I'm here ad-free for mid-roll ads. But we will see you all when I come back from the break, and cannot thank you enough for those of you that do stay around and have stayed around. Alright, everybody, I am back a little early. And let me go ahead and turn the ads off. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's continue on. Okay, we just finished crit damage, so let's move on to move speed. Oh, we gotta create range here. Alright, let's head back over to the library. We're gonna keep these tabs open next time. We'll just close down the library itself, so that we can come back to these easier. Okay. And then we just close that like that. Set that over for a delete. And then read to the parent. And this way it'll delete both of them. Here we want to take off this player speed cap. We want this to minus player level. This will add. That's fine. That's fine. Take off the active buff, the cooldown for the alarm. We can take off this here and we can add in the parent. And in which case now we can come over here to, where's the movement speed? Here it is. Reset move speed. And this Funder store create. Let's just double check it. Okay, good. Okay, that finishes that. And then that. We'll adjust the reset, and then we'll give it a test. We'll just, then we'll know if all of our changes worked. And keep getting this transferred over from the library code to the potion store code. Movement speed. Let's see, come over here. It looked like that added. Let's go to enter. No, it's supposed to be minus. Did it minus and I just had a stupidity moment? I might have minused. Might just be stupid. Oh, it did. Oh, I am that stupid. Okay. Okay, so that all works there. Okay. That was slow. Get all this transferred over. This goes here. Get our layer. And let's grab the parent. Delete the other one. Okay, that looks good there. This is range. Let's go ahead and go over to library. And grab this to slow. I apparently was getting very tired by the time I hit this. It'll get fixed though. Delete that here. Grab the parent here. Is this escape? Yeah, okay. Put that. Okay, this was good here. And now we head on over to reset. That's all good and everything. Oh, it's move speed, not slow. Let's see. Remove that, destroy, yada yada. Give me one moment here. I'm gonna take a sip of some caffeine. I don't know if you really could call it caffeine. There's enough there's about as much caffeine as you would get in a tea bag. So I don't think you can call that caffeine, but we'll call it caffeine. We'll call it caffeine. Like that. Totally added. Totally added. This is an ad here. And then we come over here, and then we make sure this subtracts. There we go. Yeah, now we're working. Now we're working with it. Okay, that one's done now. Now we move on over to this one. Get rid of these two. Make sure that minus is that away, that away. Alright, HP potion. And then buff crate. Destroy this. That. Okay. Double check this. We're good there. Wait. Let's just double check it. Oh wait, no, that wasn't what we. This was up. This is where the OCD was setting it. I was like, make sure. Make sure it minus, or make sure it adds. Make sure it adds. I was like, no, it's in the other one, dumbass. You're making sure it adds. Oh, lordy. Okay, health. Boom. Good. Alright. That's done. Now that we knew, now that we had all the logic figured out earlier on our first one on damage, now it's just really streamlined and it's just really monotonous and mind-numbing. This is where it becomes really, really easy to make mistakes, as you have seen me already having to correct mistakes are in a room that I have already worked on because of that exact thing. When it becomes monotonous changes, that can always lead to the most simple of mistakes. Thankfully, they're usually easy to fix. The real problem is when it doesn't cause an error and you don't notice the problems. That's the real problem. When it doesn't cause an error, but it still is causing a problem. Oh man. That's the worst one. Like we have found with multiple of these. I don't know how much of a problem it would have caused, because it was on the what's it called? On the clear text part. So it's not really too big a video because it's running the same command no matter what. But it would be better to make sure that it's doing it correctly. I am going to keep streaming, at least the commentary stream, until I kind of stop doing commentary, because my brain's kind of losing the ability to focus and all that. And then we'll switch over to an AFK stream while I work on more coding. And then we'll see how it goes to see if I can recover my brain enough to come back for another one. Otherwise, I'll just keep coding off on a no mic. But if I'm going to have code up and everything, I would really rather be explaining pretty much what I'm doing. I'm glad to not be seeing that error there, because that's exactly right, and this is right where it was taking place. So that's why I'm saying it's not really too big of a deal on what it was doing, because it runs the same line of code no matter what. It's just where it is. It's just better though to make sure that it's doing everything needed. Just right now for it actually causes an error in this room. So we're having to take that out. And I'd rather be able to give commentary for the things that I'm doing and all that. Even though at this point it would be a lot of more or less repeating myself. Still would be good to just do on occasion. I think watching coding with just a bunch of dead air is kind of it's not the most enjoyable thing. But I can definitely understand people not wanting to talk all the time while coding. Definitely understand it. Right now for me, why it's easier to do as a whole is just predominantly because I've already figured out everything else, and now it's just kind of going through and just double checking everything, making sure it's good and all that. I don't know if I did minus there. We did that with you too, right? Kinda thought we did when I was looking at it. Let's double check this one. This is what I mean about it's gonna be easy to make mistakes right now. Because it's just a lot of monotonous work. But we are very, very close to done once. Like, I don't think we have to do dodge, but we'll check it over, but I don't think we have to do it. I'm almost positive I finished everything with dodge. I just don't want to take my memory for the almighty, essentially, on it. Rather make sure of it. It's only going to take a moment to do it anyway, so there's really no purpose to not doing it. Okay, so that's looking good there. I know everything looks sloppy in the way of visual presentation right now in the room, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the logics working correctly. Only thing I'm worried about right now. So, it can look terrible. Okay, I got an error. I didn't change the layer. Is this one right here. Okay, yeah. No, Indian Neil. There we go. That is doing a lot of adding right now. That's why it's doing a lot of adding right now. Where else do we mess that up at? We just... Jesus. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one's fine. I don't know why it's in a different order there. That's what screwed me up. It was in a different order. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, we suddenly get here, and then all of a sudden the player level is down there. I'm gonna throw it up here, because, like, that's how everything else is, and I don't have this confusion. Oh, shit. Oh, let's just check the reset at this point. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Alright. Okay. Winning. Are you even reading, Baker? No, I'm honestly not. I'm not even reading. I'm just... I know where the things are to do things that I need to do, and I'm doing those things. Okay, that works. That's what I'm doing. And if it goes out of order, oh, Lord help me. I just better hope I notice. Or I just better hope it gives me an error. Monotonous stuff. That's all it is. Just the monotonous. We'll get over it though, and we'll get it done. Yes, Baker, why did you just capitalize the second part of that? And why did you capitalize any part of it if it's case sensitive? Well, you see, I have OCD. And if I don't do that, there's a good chance I'm just going to have to do it. Because if I don't, it's going to bother me every single time to the point where I just won't be able to focus on anything else. And that is the joys of OCD. You gotta do things a particular way. Just gotta do things a particular way. Sometimes you can have what you feel like is control over it. Other times it just says, nah, screw you, you're doing this illogical, stupid, little minute thing that you just have to do regardless. It doesn't make any bit of a damn difference. But you gotta do it anyways. I figured since I already have this done to my knowledge, the dodge, I'm just gonna look it over real quick. Yeah, I did do that earlier. Okay, so we'll be done once we hit armor with this section. And then we can see what things look like. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's done in a general regard. So... let's increase our... we shouldn't even need to increase our buff limit right now. I don't have that programmed in. This we needed to adjust to just be 58 for the cap. That's what we needed to do. Crit chance say 0. I feel like that's just a display error. I don't like it though. Let me see. I'm gonna go see. There's definitely a display error all around. Okay. Okay. It looks like everything loaded. Yeah, it looks like everything loaded. We made a piece of gear. It looks like we got it loaded up. Let's wait this out a little bit here till we can actually see. Yeah, there it is. That's purple numbers. Those are crits. We'll be changing the font later on into a brighter purple. But purple is the display for crits. White will be non-crits. Yeah. We did it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All that transferred over correctly. Now we need to make it so that it reads player level and does not allow you to go underneath 0. And then we need to set it up to read this whole thing here. Those would be the next overall steps that we need to do. I don't blame you for having a really wonky level. I don't really know what the level was at that point. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and switch on over to an AFK stream here, because my brain's pretty much fried at this point. I have been awake for a good little bit, about 14-ish hours. So it would make sense. But I don't want to stop coding right now. I just don't really have the mental energy to continue to do commentary while doing coding. At least effective commentary would probably be the best way to put that. I'll be sending you all over to an AFK stream, and if you want to lurk on over there and support development, feel free to do so. And when I do start up when I do make another coding stream, you will be redirected over there whenever the AFK stream ends. So you won't have to worry about looking for it or anything like that. Give me one moment here and I'll get you all set up and sent over. And I do want to thank you all for coming around and showing all the love that you do continue to show. I'm actually happy that people show up and y'all give likes and everything and talk and all that for my coding streams. I didn't know how y'all would feel about Gamemaker's language and how it presents itself and all that, so it's good to see y'all enjoy it in some regard. But I'll see you all later, and I do hope you all take care. Stay safe, stay humble, be open, and as always, never